Good morning. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I am doing the first of two what sold videos that I do each week on what sold last week. So this one is for the week of October 18th through the 21st. If you see me look that way, I have a little board here that has the actual prices of that everything sold. These have been very well received, so I'm trying to provide a wide variety of things. Some of them are my bread and butter prices, in the $8 to $12 range, and then of course gladly I have my occasional high dollar sale that I like to share. This week I have sold one thing on Mercari since I started relisting there again, or cross-listing, and it was this beginning of last week, so I'll share that one with you. But this one's going to be eBay, Facebook, and Mercari. All right, I'm going to start cross-listing a lot because I'm a little discouraged, because I just happened to find a toy that I already had one similar listed, and I went to do comps just to check my price on the one I have and then on the one that I was going to list, and I couldn't find my item in the search in the comps. And I had my husband check and on his account, and I had a friend check, and it's not showing up at all. It's in my store as active, but it is not showing up at all. I sent a message to eBay for Business. They sent me a screenshot back saying they found it, but I even went into incognito and searched for it, and I couldn't find it. Now my friend changed the spelling of one of the words, which isn't how I spelt it, and it actually pulled up more listings, and mine was there. But if somebody was just typing in the actual words, the main keywords, they wouldn't find it. Now I copied the whole title, pasted it, and it showed up. But the main keywords, the main 3 or 4 keywords, isn't pulling up my listing. And with 8,000 listings, how many more of my items aren't showing? So I'm discouraged. So I'm taking this as, eBay's still my first foremost. I'm obviously make the most sales there, but I am going to start cross-listing more, and I'm going to start cross-listing to more platforms. I recently upgraded my List Perfectly account to the Pro account, to transfer more information quicker. So we'll see how that goes. I hadn't been using the Pro. I had only been doing the business account, and I see some benefits. It's very much helping me cross-list to Mercari much quicker, because it does transfer over the weights. So it is what it is. I plan on getting back on Etsy. I might look into Citizen, because mostly what I sell is toys. I need to find platforms that, have a larger category for toys. I might do Poshmark again. I'm not into the whole sharing and all of that stuff, but once I get Facebook, I think I have about 2,500 items on Facebook, and I'm not quite sure how many on Mercari. I've been trying to spend an hour or so a day just cross-listing to those two platforms. And I encourage those of you who are seeing these slumps to maybe try cross-listing to other platforms. I love Facebook. It's like my second favorite. Right now they're offering a whole lot of free shipping for certain buyers. I'm not sure, not everybody, because I see some that are free shipping and then some that the buyer has paid. but it's a good platform. It has its quirks, but obviously so does eBay. So that's where I am right now. I have tons of stuff that I'm working on getting listing, and I still will start with eBay and then cross list from there. All right, let me get into some of the stuff that sold. First thing on here is some more of the Gorham china that my husband picked up. This was the creamer and sugar, and I did take a best offer of $22.50. I think this is the one he paid $75 for a very large lot, and we have done amazing with it. I think there's a second item in this list too. This is just Duplos. I tend to pick them up and then I just kind of make a pile of them till I have enough. This one I thought had enough unique pieces that I went ahead and listed it. Now I did take a best offer of $7.50. But you know, it's just things that I've picked up randomly. Usually it's a handful of stuff, or it's at the bins and you're just paying by the pound. So I have very little in this. This is a Build-A-Bear outfit. I have tons. I put some little small sets in my booth just to test it out, and I've sold a few there, but I have tons of Build-A-Bear and doll clothes that I have got to get to. But I ended up selling this fairy outfit for best offer of $8.75. This was just unique. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at the bins. For those of you who don't know what bins are, it's the Goodwill bins where you go and they just bring out huge tables of just stuff and you pay by the pound. I think ours is like, I've only been there like twice, 2 or 3 times this year. I plan on starting back now that yard sale season is slowing down, but I think we paid $1.29 or $1.39 a pound. But I did sell this palm tree for best offer of $20. If you're not doing those offers where eBay gives you a list of stuff that people are watching your stuff, I went the other day and just kind of was checking some stuff in my statistics, and it said 25% of my sales are coming from offers sent. So watch that. Go ahead and send offers. You know, almost every day when I wake up, I have anywhere from 30 to 90 things, and I at some point during the day try to get through all of them, and almost always I'm selling stuff. Obviously 25%, half of my items that I sell are through promoted listings currently. That's just what the statistics showed me for this past month or whatever. So definitely do the promoted listings. I do mine at 3%. I'm considering increasing it for the holidays up to trending, just to see if I can get some momentum with sales, because this month isn't where I thought it should be. I'm doing okay, but it's not where I thought it should be. So definitely check into promoted listings and also send the offers. This is from the dinosaur train. It's just one of the little 3-inch figures. I pick them up all the time. This is one of the more unique ones that I've picked up, and I did end up selling it for best offer of $18. This was a Christmas musical bear from 1986. The tag said IPM Inc. I'm not quite sure what that meant. It was working, and I ended up selling it for the $18.95. These are just an example. I sold some Lee Riders capri pants. I did sell them again for best offer of $12. I'm pretty sure that was me sending an offer out. Usually if you see the whole dollars or something that's like 25 cents on the end, that's an offer that I've sent out. This was a rubber-faced teddy bear that I found. I could not figure out what the brand was. It had some condition issues and it did need cleaned, but I went ahead and listed it, and I took a best offer of $15 on it. These, does anybody see the error in my title? These are coffee mugs that I picked up at an estate sale. I want to say I paid like $3 or something similar. If you guys haven't been watching my videos, I source a lot, so keeping this stuff in my brain, you know, hindsight is 2020. I would have maybe at some point started putting in my custom SKU how much I think I paid for stuff. It would have reminded me a whole lot better, but nevertheless, yeah, instead of putting clubs, I put Jack. But I ended up taking a best offer of $40 for these. This is a vintage Gerber plastic phone. It did have a little bit of wear. Somebody sent me a message asking if it made sounds, which it just kind of had a little chime. The whole phone, not just when you spin the dial. But I ended up selling it for the $14.20. This is just a brass bowl that I have been listing a lot of brass, and I ended up selling this brass for best offer of $20. It was cute. It had these little rabbit designs all the way around. Just very cute. This is a Bible we picked up at an estate sale. It was unused in the box. Come to find out, it was older, and the color was something that people were looking for, that burgundy color. I think we paid $1 at a yard sale, or I mean an estate sale, and I ended up selling it for the $37.95. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the orders that went global shipping. This is a Disney Parks Monsters Inc. Sully Plush. It did have some condition issues, so I didn't price it very high. Started it at the $9.95, and I ended up selling it for the $9.45. A lot of times, if you look at the tags, if it says Disney Resorts or Disney Parks, let me find this one, those usually command a higher price. This one, just because he had some issues, and you could even see the tag was a little bit faded, I didn't, but definitely do your comps when you see the tags that aren't just the normal Disney store or just regular Disney tags. If it says resorts or parks, it could be worth a little more than you think. This is the Lalaloopsy roller coaster. This has been funny. First I found the dolls, and they sold quicker than I expected, because I had planned on maybe putting a few of them with this. And then I found a Ferris wheel that I thought about putting with this, and now this has sold before I could redo the listing. Lalaloopsy obviously is very popular. This is kind of funny because it was missing one part, an important part. And let me show you a picture. Right here, here I'm pointing, and I know you guys can't see it. The leg, the brace of the roller coaster right behind the figure, that is a cut-off pencil. The original looked like a cut-off pencil, but it was missing, so I just went and found a pencil and cut it to fit that spot. And of course, I put it in my thing that it was missing a support bar, which I did replace with a cut-off pencil. And I'm assuming everything's fine. I haven't heard anything otherwise. And I did end up selling this for the $37.95. This, I want to say, we bought 2 of these stock pots by Revere Pro line. I don't remember if we paid $5 each or $10 each. I sold the first one very quickly. I want to say for about $60. And then somebody sent me a message. I think at some point I had sent them an offer, and they let it expire, and asked if I would go ahead and change the price to the $40, which I did, and they did end up buying it. So the 2 pots are gone. This is the Presto Jiggler for a pressure cooker. We've talked about this quite a bit. We've been buying small appliances and parting them out. I just recently, I think, sold the gasket that went inside the lid, and then here's the jiggler, and I did sell it for the $12.30. This is a Build-A-Bear rabbit. It's the smaller kind. It's only 9 inches, and I ended up selling it for the $14.20. More of the Abeka homeschool curriculum. My husband bought a bunch of it on one of his trips back home, and I ended up selling this for the $9.45. I started out with like 8 boxes because it was like 8 grades, and now I'm down to about 3 boxes left. I've been combining them as each sells out, so it moved pretty quickly. This is some more of the, I went to an estate sale earlier in the year, bought a huge tote of action figure parts. I've talked about this before. I laid them out on a grid and started sending pictures to the Action Figure ID group on Facebook, and they helped me identify what sets these went to. Again, an amazing group. But I found out this was from the Kenner Micro Set Bespin Freeze Chamber. And I just listed this, and I sold it within the week that I listed it for the best offer of $11.50. This is an Aurora Mione Calico Cat plush. I ended up selling it for $11.25. That's an offer because I told you my shipping for things under £1 ends with 75 cents. So when I send these offers out, a lot of time I'll just bump a 25 cent on the end. That way it's rounded up to a whole number, but then they have to pay taxes. This came in a bag with some How to Train Your Dragon figures. I sold the dragon figures pretty quickly for excellent dollars, but I ended up selling this for the $7.55, and it went global shipping. This is the Velveteen Rabbit by Douglas. I always pick these up. I have sold probably 5, if not more, of these in varying sizes. This was the 7-inch size, and I sold it for $14.20. This was a Mother Goose animated plush. It worked. It was in nice condition. I was hoping that it was worth more than it was. If you've ever seen the Worlds of Wonder one, it's large, and it plays the cassette. I've found them a couple of times. Oh, never do they work for me, of course. I ended up selling one of the last ones that I had in my booth for like $20. But I ended up selling this goose for $9.45. This is from my online estate sale that I have been slowly but surely going through. This was a Tyson Chicken, and I did sell it for $12.30. These I picked up at an estate sale. I either paid, I want to say $1 or $2 for them. It ended up, I picked up 3. 2 of them were doves, and the other one was an angel blowing a horn. I think I've already sold that one. And then I sold these 2 to one customer for $37.90. They're just these little ornaments. Is it like bisque something or other? But very nice. This is from the GeoTrax lot my husband picked up. I think he paid $45 for a bunch, and I'm down to like the tracks and a couple of sets. I think I just sold the last remote this week, but I ended up selling this for I've lost my place. Oh, for the $14.20. This is from my online estate sale also. This is a Little Caesars pizza finger puppet plush. I think this one was sealed, but the bag had some wear. I ended up selling him for the $18.95. These were also from that online estate sale. I got lots of lowball offers on these. I think they're pet toys because they had a little squeaker inside of them, but they still had their original tags. They were by Milkbone, and I ended up selling these for the $28.45. This is just an example. This is a gooned bear, 6 inches. I love gooned. I buy them. Not all of them sell for a lot, but I ended up selling this one for $7.55. This is an Indiana Pacers monkey plush. It's been listed a little while. It was funny, the arms and the legs are one continuous piece, so you could pull the arms and the legs would come up and vice versa. But I ended up selling it for the $23.70. This is another one of the Gorham Ariana dish items. I ended up selling this for best offer of $30. It is the gravy boat with the attached underplate. This has been listed a while. This is from E&J Classics. Now, some of the E&J Classic items, a lot of times they're life size and they sell for quite a bit of money. If I remember, or if I can find one of the examples of the comps, I'll put it over here. But this one had some condition issues. The fur was messy, but I ended up selling it for the $14.20. These I picked up at an estate sale this summer. I bought some of the, what are they called? The tissue art items also, and these were down in the bags with it. I decided to split it all up. The tissue art things were the, like turkeys. But I listed these 4 die cuts together, and I ended up selling them for $12 best offer. Probably an offer cent. This was in a basket in my profit piles, and I happened to be going through them to put stuff over in my booth and found this, listed it, sold it probably the same week I listed it. I ended up taking a best offer on it of $28, but it's the Simpsons Duffman costume, adult size. Another example of just a lovey. I always pick up loveys. Some are bolos and then some are like this. My bread and butter, I did sell this for the $7.55. This is Spark Create Imagine. That's a Walmart brand. Love it, love it, love it. This was a unicorn. Pretty sure it was one of the ones that I went to a thrift store, and it was fill a bag for $10, and there were tons of this brand there, and I think I ended up buying 3 bags. So I did sell this for $12.30. Another lovey. This one is by Best Made Toys. Very cute, very plush, very soft. And I sold it for the $14.20. This is a Weebles. It's from the 1990s. It's not the current ones that are more like egg-shaped. And I think a lot of these had like roller balls on the bottom where you could scooch them and they would move. I picked this up at a consignment sale. There was a lot of scratching and some fading, and it wasn't as great a condition as I had hoped, but I did end up selling it for the $16.10. Now, here's my big sell for the week. All right, this is Corning Opel glass ornaments. Look at this. This is fine, fine. This is glass. And I bought 9 of these at an estate sale. I think she was charging $1 a box. There were 3 boxes, but inside those boxes, there were 9 of these ornaments. I went ahead and picked 3 because I had the boxes for 3. I picked 3 different ones, and they've been listed a while. I ended up taking a best offer on this one for $100. I have since gone to the Dollar General and bought packets that have more of this size boxes, like the little jewelry boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other 6 listed. I didn't want to list them unless I had, I mean, these are fragile, fragile, fragile. But $100, and I'm positive I paid either $1 a box or $2 a box. And I had 3 boxes. So, and I have 9 of them. All right. These next few are my Facebook orders. Just a variety of them. Let's see. This first one was a Boyd's Bear cat plush. I think this came out of the tote that I bought a whole bunch of Boyd's for, I want to say $25. It could have been more, but I bought it for a few things, some ornaments and stuff that I already sold. So now it's just down, and I don't even think I've listed everything from that box, but I did end up selling this cat for $9. This is a Darth Vader backpack. I did sell it for $7. This is a Disney Raja from Aladdin, the tiger. At first I thought it was Shere Khan, but Google Lens told me otherwise. So I did sell him for $8. This is a Pink Panther from my online estate sale. I sold him for $8. This is one of the troll dolls from the online estate sale that I bought, and I sold her for $13. This is a Build-A-Bear basketball outfit. I bought a whole bunch of Build-A-Bear in a tote at an estate sale, probably last year. Some of it is still unlisted, but I did end up picking some of the nicer sets out, and I sold this for $8. And this is a wooden Veggietales Larryboy pool toy. I've had it listed for a long time because my price was up there, but there was none like it, and I wasn't budging too much, and I did end up selling it on Facebook Marketplace for $28. And then my last item is my Mercari order. This was from my online estate sale through High Bid that I won. I did get an offer on this for $14, and I went ahead and accepted it just to get my first sale, which has been my only sale, and I've been, I think, on there probably 3 weeks. So it is what it is. Again, you know, I'm still going to keep going. I have been listing like crazy on there, and hopefully it's going to start picking up some momentum. All right, I think I've jabbered enough. I will go ahead and probably get the other video done tonight or tomorrow for the weekend sales.